Okay, so now we're getting into another criterion. This one is number 3, and we're calling this unique. A product needs to be absolutely unique. And I like to start off with the story of the tribe, the Amazonian tribe that is found in the rainforest, and scientists go down and study this tribe, and they find that this tribe generally will have members who live to ages of 100 years old, maybe 110, 120. The chief of this tribe is actually 120 years old. He's outlived four wives. He's still fathering children, and he still has all of his original teeth. Okay, and so they try to do studies, and they realize the secret to their health and longevity is this fountain that's puddling up right there in their village. It comes right out of the ground, and they drink from it every day, and it has this glacial milk in there, and they drink it, and they live to incredible lives. Well, XYZ Corporation comes in, offers the chief, a lifetime supply of Cheetos and snack pack pudding for his whole tribe in exchange for the Fountain of Youth, or whatever he negotiates in this deal. And of course, they get the exclusive rights to the Fountain of Youth, and now they start bottling it and selling it as a product. Okay, now I'm kind of being goofy here and coming up with a ridiculously outrageous story, but you'd be surprised, some of these companies, how unique they sound, their story sounds. So you got to kind of check out the stories and make sure that they're actually legitimate. And I was kind of mixing a little fact with some fiction in there just to make it fun. Some of you may understand the references that I've made over the years as you've heard different tapes that have come around. But what makes your product unique? What makes it special? And there are things that can really make a product unique. One thing is a unique formulation. When a product is formulated in a specific way, a patented way, it can be very unique, and you can basically hold that as an exclusive to your product line, to your distributorship. Nobody else has that. A unique formulator, somebody who has committed to your company specifically. They said, I will only work with company XYZ because I think they have integrity. And so I'm going to come to work for them, no one else, and it's an exclusive agreement. That makes a product line unique. How about a unique ingredient or a unique process in building that product? You found some unique new botanical or some fruit or vegetable or something that nobody else has in their product, and then you take that and you become first to market with it. How about a patent or a trademark? That makes something unique. First to market, we mentioned that, being the first to market some new discovery, some new scientific experiment, some new botanical that has never been brought to market. If you're first to market, you have tremendous advantage, and you have first mover advantage that they talk about in marketing. And of course, we also have things like celebrity endorsements. Somebody who is well known in pop culture, who is respected by everybody, and they are endorsing the product. That can be huge. As a matter of fact, that can be bigger than any of them. Celebrity endorsements can be absolutely enormous. They may not add a lot of value to the specific product, but they add a lot of value to the marketing side, and that's what I really focus a lot of my energy on, is teaching people about marketing. And then finally, something that can make something very unique is a unique brand, a unique logo, trademark, unique colors, texture, or packaging. If it comes in a unique package or a bottle or a can or something that is unique, any of those things, that look, the feel, the trademark, the logo, the colors that you choose, all of that can really have an effect on your unique qualities. Now, with unique, there's a companion to this unique criterion, and that companion is tradition. Traditional. A product must be traditional. It must be unique, have unique qualities, but it must also be traditional, because if it's too unique, you can't sell it. So let me explain what I mean by this, and we're going to do some illustrations here. First of all, let's talk about some of the more traditional products on the marketplace, and we have our handy-dandy, we're going to get our pointer out here this time. We've got our pot here, the pots and pans, cookware. That's very traditional, but sold through direct sales for years and years. Okay, we've got nutritional supplements down here. We mentioned the jewelry before. Here's some of our jewelry that is very traditional, but sold through direct sales. Water filters has been a popular direct sales product for years. How about vacuum cleaners? That's a very popular direct sales product, network marketing product. And soap. Okay, now I could go on and on about all the traditional products, but now let's talk about some non-traditional products, products that don't really match this model. And what I generally mean by non-traditionals mean that they haven't been sold in direct sales for the last 30 or 40 years. They're really brand new type products. And we have things like, here's a wristwatch that actually plays, it's like an MPEG wristwatch. It plays little videos, player-only videos. And that's pretty cool, isn't it? It'd be a tough sell because nobody knows what they're capable of. They're expensive, and so you turn into a salesperson rather than somebody who's supplying a product type or a traditional product that they already buy. You're just doing kind of what we call, transfer buying, or you're transferring them to a new brand. Change them over to a new brand of something they already buy. How about CDs? How about movies and audio CDs? Go MLM, does that remind you of anything? Or software, that you'd sell in CDs. That's something that might be a little bit new and a little bit difficult to sell because it's non-traditional. Satellite television's been tried several times and it fails every single time, I think mainly because people just aren't used to purchasing it through direct sales. They'd rather go with their local cable company or not their cable company, but their local provider of satellite service, because they feel more comfortable with that, or their local electronic shop, or someplace where they know that they're going to be able to go back to get the service. Maybe that'll work in the future, who knows? There's also, other issues with that. How about these cool Oakley sunglasses here? Everybody loves Oakley. Everybody likes to have their cell phone handy. This is a cell phone, tied into the Oakley sunglasses. So you put on your glasses and all of a sudden you can hear in stereo the conversation that's going on, and there's a little microphone built in the glasses so you can talk and everybody hears you. That's pretty cool, huh? I'd like to sell some of those high-tech Oakley glasses. How about computer chips or yoga training classes? There's something that's new. Somebody who, everybody's into yoga these days. We could sell yoga training classes. Here, I don't even know what this is. This looks like a little muffin that you plug into your USB drive. That looks like a pretty interesting product. I'd like to sell one of those, okay? Well, all of these things are kind of a problem because you have to turn into a salesperson rather than just be a marketer. Rather than providing the product that people are already demanding, all of a sudden you're becoming a salesperson and you need to learn how to pitch that to someone else. Okay, that becomes quite difficult. So I would recommend that we look at the traditional, find something that's very traditional on this end of the deal, and then find something that is unique about those products, or find a product that is traditional in the marketplace but has a unique exclusive twist. That's the combination that will really work for you. That's the combination that will really sell and make things work. Okay, so let's go back and get our pointer again here. And now we're going to move on to another item. Value. Okay, this is number 5. Valuable. A product must be valuable. What does that mean? It means simply this: a product must be worth its price and maybe more. That's it. There's nothing really fancy about it. It needs to be worth its price and maybe more. Here's a great value test. Can the product that you're offering be sold in a retail store with the same benefits to your customers, all the same features that you're used to now, all the same testimonials that are coming out of your product? Oh, everybody's excited about it, but it's selling through the store at the same price, not through independent agents. Would it be able to sell at that price? Would people continue to buy it based on its current advantages? And if the answer is yes, you've got a valuable product. I like to look at products that deal with appearance, products that deal with health issues are huge value, because what price can you place on a product that helps you get rid of some type of an ailment or a pain, or give you more energy, or help you lose weight? Those are products that have tremendous value to the customer. Okay. How about flat rate long distance? Man, is that a valuable product? We'll talk about that in a minute, but it's just amazing how some of these products have tremendous value. You can't beat it. You just cannot beat it. It's almost like it's free.